I'm an incredibly distracted guy. I struggle to stay focused for long periods of time. I swear I've got ADHD, but at the same time, I know I need to be focused to get work done. I've been struggling with this since I've been like 12, 13. I love jumping around, but there are certain periods of time where I get into this flow state and I can really get things done. So I wanted to share my thoughts on time management in 2024 as a founder who travels a lot. I want to start off by pointing out the stuff that I think doesn't work and that I think clogs your brain more than it actually helps it. I hate those like 16-step Notion templates that you fill in on a daily basis and you got to put in what color underwear you're wearing and what you're doing that morning. It's really useless. The idea here is crafting a really low discipline schedule that's easier to follow, because that makes it so that you can just focus on the doing of the things rather than following some silly schedule. Literally, the key to doing more is just focusing on fewer things, because it means that those things go further. Do 1 to 3 important things on a daily basis, and I swear you will get further than you ever have with 10 things on your to-do list. At least this was my experience over the last 2 years building this company. So to illustrate this example a little bit better, when I say put 1 to 3 things on your to-do list, I'm not talking about like brush your teeth, go to the gym, eat food. Like those are the basics. Those don't really count into this list. What I mean by that is when it comes to work and things you have to get done that are not something you have to get done every day, those are the things that need to be on your to-do list. So for me, that might look something like record a video, do the PR reviews, and put together a new proposal for XYZ client. 3 things, important things that will move the needle forward. And only once I've done those things can I think about more things to do. I don't always follow that schedule because I also fail all the time. And if you watch those daily vlogs where it's really completely raw, and you will see how many times I fail at those things on a consistent daily basis. That will happen. But I have found the most effective strategy has always been to simplify my list. Those are the days where I get the most done. That has just been my experience. If your 10-step to-do list work for you, then that's great. But over a long period of time, I have never found anything more effective. Now, there are a lot of things where sometimes you need to do something small, and it's like a 5-minute task. And so putting that as one of your main 3 things to do might be a bit excessive, right? You don't need 5 minutes to send an email. So I call these kind of side tasks. It's important to differentiate between these side tasks and the main ones, because you cannot just do a bunch of little ones and call that a productive day, because the main ones are the only thing that matter. The side ones should take you kind of 10 minutes or 5 minutes or less. So they should be really, really small things that you can get done when you've got a small slot of time. So for example, your call was meant to be from 4 to 5 p.m. You finished at 4:50, you've got 10 minutes, you can do a little side task. That's really the best way I have found to allot those little tasks. They will need doing, but keeping your to-do list of the main things like really short, 1 to 3 things, I have found is the sweet spot. The other great thing about keeping a really simple system is that it's easier to stick to when you're traveling. Traveling makes it hard to stick to routines you've established, but the simpler those routines, the easier it is to stick to them. So having those 1 to 3 things makes it super easy to try and stay focused. That's been my approach that I've been using for the last couple of years, and it's been really effective when I can actually stick to it. Sometimes I let myself slip a bit and I get distracted, and then I start seeing all kinds of things on my to-do list and I'm not properly focusing. But when I do stick to it, I find myself incredibly productive. I hope that helps. Maybe if anybody uses any other kind of system to get a lot of things done, I'd love to hear. I'd be really curious. Definitely comment if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to make more videos answering those questions.